Welcome back. It is another home improvement week. We have some things to do. First off, we're starting here in the attic because obviously I need to hang the flower lamp that we built last week. Sewed, I guess. I think I've made up my mind that I do actually want to hang it over the window seat. I did mention that that is pretty much the farthest corner from any outlet in the entire room, but we're gonna fix that. I got a very long extension cord that I think I should be able to run across, like behind all of the furniture pretty discreetly to the nearest outlet, and then it should be fine. We'll see if we can make that work. But first order of business is going to be installing a hook in the ceiling that I can attach this to. So this is where it's going to go, right over this seat right here. I think I'm going to hang it pretty high. It's a fairly low ceiling, and if I still want to sit here, I don't want it to actually dangle in my face. So maybe a bit more inward, so that it's kind of next to you, would actually be better. So it's not directly over the seat. So then the cord is going to come down here to the floor. Then it's going to run behind this set of drawers, behind the mannequin and the mirror, and then up from behind the desk into this outlet. I think that should be fairly discreet. So we're going to try and make that work. Let me grab the supplies that I need to make a good hole in the ceiling here. Alrighty, next project. We bought this kid's table for my son back in the summer so that he could have a little like water sensory plaything. He is now 1.5, so he's slowly coming into the age where he can actually do crafts. So I really wanted to turn this now exclusively sensory play table into a craft corner, like an actual functional craft corner that he can come and sit down. I went back to IKEA and I bought a few things. Firstly, he needs somewhere to sit, so I got him a little stool. The main kind of thing is this pegboard. I have this pegboard up in my studio. I have a bunch of sewing stuff on here, and I thought this would be absolutely perfect to have behind the craft desk, so that we have a place to display his artworks, maybe store a few craft supplies, just something that is very functional, fairly inconspicuous looking. It's gonna blend into the wall pretty well, I hope, fingers crossed. And safe to use. He won't need to use any thumbtacks. I think it looks prettier than a magnetic board. I got the pegboard, got a bunch of accessories, so we will have these little like cups so we can put pencils in or whatever, and obviously clips so we can clip his artwork on there, and it's just gonna be really cute and turn this into a whole kind of designated area. And this is well drilled into the wall, and an extra bonus because this is also where we put the Christmas tree, and now we will be able to tie the Christmas tree to this pegboard, which will give me just that little bit of extra peace of mind, because he's walking now and I'm just worried that he might pull the whole Christmas tree over. I don't think it's gonna happen, but just the fact that it could, I will feel better knowing that the Christmas tree is tied into something that's drilled into the wall. So that's another reason. That's definitely not the main reason why we're getting this, but an added bonus. So I was gonna start by installing the pegboard, but then I realized that I don't have the right drill bits that I need for that. So I'm gonna go out tomorrow and buy that. But let me just check what kind of like fastening material this comes with, because I don't quite remember from installing the one in my studio. And in case there's anything else I need to buy, I want to know now. No, alright, so it comes with everything else I need. So I'll just go out tomorrow, buy the right drill bits, and we can install this tomorrow. But until then, I can get started with the stool. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. The stool I got is the one that goes with this table in the same line, the flissat. And it looks like this is gonna be really simple to put together. Quickest furniture build ever. It's so cute. I did get something for this. When I saw this, I knew I couldn't not make this a toad stool. Oh, it's adorable. I got the drill bits. The drill works perfectly. So we have the pegboard and it already looks fantastic. I'm so happy. So now we come to the fun part, which is to organize this thing and add all of the accessories. So I got this accessory set and I think we should just go right ahead and pop all of this in. Eventually we will have more craft supplies. Maybe we can hang like scissors here, but those are all things I don't really want him to have unlimited access to at the moment. So for now, I think this looks absolutely adorable. I'm very happy to have this here. This is a space that can definitely evolve and grow with him as he gets older. And I think it's going to be really functional and quite aesthetic as well, which is important to me, let's be honest. IKEA sells a bunch more accessories for these things, so I think I could go out and buy more. We'll see, time will tell. While we're here, our dining table. You may recognize this tablecloth. It is the tablecloth that I made my dress out of earlier this summer. It's from H&M. I ended up buying two just because I love this print so much. I wanted to have it both as a dress but as a tablecloth as well, and I think it just goes perfectly with the rest of our house, and especially that beautiful glass cabinet. The colors just, oh, it's so good. Anyways, we've had this on here pretty much permanently, which means that I do want to have something that kind of protects it when we sit here to eat. And I've been using these placemats that I had for a while, but these they are light colored, so I need to wash them after every tiny spill. And they come out looking kind of frumpy. Like maybe if I come up a bit closer. From a distance they look okay, but from up close, they just kind of look like this. And these are extremely difficult to iron. Like even on the hottest setting, these wrinkles don't come out well. It's just because of the type of material, I guess. The weave of it, or I don't know why, but it just... Is it cotton? Yeah, it's 100% cotton, but it's a really thick thick material very, very hard to iron out these wrinkles. So it ends up looking just frumpy, and I do have to wash these all the time. And I don't always want to have to, you know, iron the things that we eat on. I don't know, I don't have time to be ironing placemats. So I decided when I was at IKEA, I decided to get some new placemats because I'm just done with these. So I ended up going for these. And we'll see whether this was a good idea or a very bad idea, because these are much sturdier. They will look more consistent. I can't throw these in the washing machine at all. In fact, I'm not sure how I would clean them. They may be a little bit easier to just clean with a damp cloth. I believe these are like a grass, some type of grass. But I think these would also go wonderfully with the rest of our interior and just be a bit easier to handle. We have seating for 6 at this table, so I got 6 of the placemats as well. I do like this. I think it kind of warms it up a little. Maybe color-wise, this went better with the tablecloth, but I feel like this feels a bit more substantial. And I do like having something over the tablecloth. I don't know, it's a pretty busy pattern. I feel like this tones it down a little. Maybe it doesn't at all. I don't know. I think we'll just live with this for a while and then reevaluate. I will keep the fabric placemats just in case we don't like this, but I don't know. I want to give this a shot. So let me cut off the tags actually. I feel like it looks less frumpy in any case, and that's kind of what I was going for here. And also maybe if we don't want to have these out on the table all the time, they're actually a lot easier to just stack and put away than those fabric ones were. So I'm just hoping that these will be a bit more functional for our lifestyle at the moment. Oh, and the reason why I want to protect this tablecloth from stains, because I can't obviously just wash it. I've noticed with that dress that I made, which obviously I've washed several times because I've worn that thing a lot over the summer. This fabric, like the colors fade so quickly. After a few washes, it is already so much more muted, and it's still beautiful, but I would like to, you know, preserve the vibrancy of it for as long as I can. And I would hate for this to just kind of fade into white and all of this beautiful pattern be lost. Plus, it's just a huge hassle. So there's that as well. But I like this. I think this will be good. Still here in the living room, there was one thing I wanted to do, and that is to add, like we added the knobs to these doors a few months back, I think maybe sometime in the spring. I had lost one of the packs that I was sure we had somewhere. Like these sell in pairs of 2, and I just lost one of the packs. Maybe we never had them, but we installed them on these doors and these doors, but obviously we have one more door, and I am planning to eventually, in the not too distant future, add another one of these narrow shelves to the other corner and kind of have it be a symmetrical corner shelf. So eventually we'll need 2 more of those knobs. So I went out to buy those. They no longer make them. I looked on the website, found these, saw they had them in stock, so we went over, but it turns out that the ones they had in stock are the bigger ones, like the ones we have on the green cabinet. Maybe I can show you right there. And we have those in the kitchen as well, which are from the same line, but just a larger version. So these are no longer being made. Now I don't know what to do. And I'm thinking actually I might have to replace all of them with just completely different knobs. And I liked having these because they come back everywhere in the living room. Like we have all of our knobs and handles are from the same collection from IKEA. So in the kitchen, that cabinet, our games cabinet over there, and the bookshelf. So maybe I'll have to look online for something similar. Little round doorknobs shouldn't be too hard to find. But yeah, that's something I was hoping to do. But alas, these knobs are no more. There's one last thing I want to build. Oh. And I have it right here. Our son is now at the age where he wants to do everything himself, preferably just the same as we do it. So I bought a little step stool that is, well, kind of like, I'd say a step stool / ladder hybrid almost. So it's gonna help our son brush his teeth, wash his hands, reach the sink in general. it's also going to help us, and this may sound a little bit weird, climb out the window. We have our utility room and garage in the garden, of course, and they are both flat roofs, and they have needed a lot of maintenance lately. We've had some leaks, there have been some issues with the roofs themselves. So basically, we're having to climb onto those roofs more often than you would like. And I suspect since they are also directly under a tree, this is something we're going to have to do periodically, and we have been since we moved in here. You just have to get on there, remove the leaves. So we go through the bathroom window, which is fine if it weren't for the fact that the roof is a little bit lower than the floor of the bathroom. So you have to step over the windowsill, and then there's quite a drop. So this is going to help with that. And the biggest thing about this is that it has a little like hand rail, I guess, that you can hold. So it is safer for our son to use when he is trying to reach the sink. It's also much easier to lower onto our utility roof. So I'm hoping this will improve our lives. Fingers crossed. It is very heavy, which is a good thing, I guess, for something like this. Time-lapse time. Well, there we have it. It feels pretty sturdy and safe. It's actually really nice to have this, walking up a ladder. So now I just hope that there's actually room to place this in the bathroom. I mean, it's pretty clunky. It's a huge thing, but it does fit. It slots right in here. We can put it here, and our son can brush his teeth. Just had to move the waste bin over here, but I think it's gonna be fine. Another thing crossed off the list. We have come to that stage of moving into a new house. I mean, at this point, it's not even a new house to us anymore. We've been here for 3 years. At a certain point, all the big redecorating and renovating is done. Obviously, we're still gonna do the bathroom. That is in the works, but yeah, all of the major things are finished, and then you get into a stage of just doing little things here and there, tweaking things you have already done according to how you actually live with the house. Because when you move in, it's really hard to imagine how you will actually use each space. And of course, you have a bit of an idea, but once you actually live in the space, there are always things that could be improved. So we are firmly in that stage now, and I'm honestly really enjoying it. Then obviously we have a growing child whose needs keep changing. So thank you so much for following along. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you back here again next week.